for the issue of the United Nations Security Council that came here for the first time since the end of the transition. It was really a very good gesture from the United Nations Security Council that as they have been doing in the past, that they are supporting both the Somali government and both the African Union mission and operation here in Somalia, which is a new experience for the African Union, particularly in this region of the continent. So it was very good. We shared with them on both from the AU side and from Somali side. We shared with them the experience, the achievements and the challenges, of course, that are in place, and they shared with us on their views, of course, political side, security side, economic recovery and humanitarian side. All of them, the challenges that are in place, we share with them. And they are very receptive and their response was very positive. We are very much grateful for them to come here. It was not easy to come to Mogadishu at that level, very senior people at the highest body of the UN. So it was good, and we shared with them. In the issue of the security, the Amisom has been here for some time now. And today, there are a lot of challenges, but the past challenges, compared to the past challenges, these are much, much easier today. Amisom came here in 2007, where Mogadishu was no-go, and everybody was saying that Amisom cannot do anything, cannot make a difference, and that was the time that Amisom came. Particularly the contingent that was pioneering, who came first, which is the Ugandan UPDF contingent. Everybody was saying, what can they do? Are they really here to do something? Is this a place that an African forces can do anything? They proved that they can do, and they did. And they created the reality today in Somalia. They helped the Somali National Army to come back, one contingent and one battalion at a time. And today we are at a stage where Somali National Army and Amisom are jointly operating. Still, the Somali National Army is nascent and immature and have some capability issues, but today they're jointly operating with Amisom. And it was great that the United Nations Security Council come here and see that today Somalia has got a national army that collaborate hand in hand with the Amisom and benefited the presence of Amisom for this long year. So it's that. It's not only that the military campaign against Al-Shabaab, that's Amisom doing, but Amisom is in charge of all security in Somalia. Amisom's mandate is here to make sure that Somalia is a safe and secure place. So anything that's obstacle to the security is a part of the mandate of the Amisom, and they're doing that. The latest and the good example was yesterday's incident, whereby jointly Amisom, first of all, Amisom and the Somali security forces established a joint operation center where they plan together the issue of security. They have joint planning. Amisom Somali National Army is one, and the Joint Operation Center is another one, which mainly focuses on the security rather than the military campaign. So this was decided on and it's not the first time they jointly operate in security in Mogadishu and the stabilization of Mogadishu, the capital city of Somalia. This is a city where more than 2 million people are living. So Shabaab can infiltrate, the profiteers of the war are there, the war economy is going on, the death of the people. Sometimes there are people who make business out of the plight and the death of the people. Recently, last week, you have seen the number of weapons, the uniforms, the TNT for explosive building, all these were recovered. This was for business, it was for sale. Everybody can buy and make a bomb and then explode the whole thing, not only Al-Shabaab, but that was support for Al-Shabaab also. So what's the point? If Amisom is not helping that security, if they are not supporting Somalia to get rid of the explosive making material, explosive factors, technology. So this is what has happened. And that of yesterday, it was routine. They got the information and they took the joint operation. It was good and very, very successful. It has been proven that no organized armed groups here in Mogadishu or any other place in Somalia, other than Amisom and Somali security forces, that's not allowed. And there is a cabinet ordinance that prohibits that organized forces would be there, that prohibits the business of weapon, trade of weapon is not allowed, that prohibits that weapons can move around freely in Mogadishu. These are already government policies, and Amisom is supporting the government to implement its security policy. So it was one of the success stories yesterday and the last week also. So this is what's going on. Today we met here together at the highest level of Amisom, the AU and UN. The SRSG was there and the SRCC was there, Deputy SRCC was there, force commanders, force commander, Minister of Security, National Security, Minister of Interior. All we were talking on the final and the improvement of the civilian lives. It's not only the military, but improving the civilian life. How can we build effective administrations in the recovered areas? How can we provide policing and police facility in those areas? How can we provide immediate humanitarian support to those people? How can we make sure that the accessibility of those districts and places are secured by the Amisom and Somali National Army? So this was some of the discussions, and it was helpful discussion, and we already have put in place structures that will make sure that this happens. Amisom civilian component is doing a lot of work on these areas. Quick impact projects are already in the hand. Immediately when there is a recovery, immediately there is an injection of service delivery support, whether it's water or health or even infrastructure, domestic infrastructure. So this is what has been discussed today, and two teams will be established, one at the highest level like the one of today for reviewing and planning and maybe for decision making, and there is another one which is lower level, operational level, making sure that the brand things are happening the way they were planned. So it was good, and we will keep continuing on.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And finally, about the operations, when do you expect them to start?
Well, it will start soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.